think we're live. Oh shit, we got trouble here.
Again?
Yep. I think we can do this. Probably not. Yeah. Hey guys, we're live. We messed up again. I'm starting to blame the camera more than us.
Maybe we can do it.
Yeah, we can try. Is that visible? Oh yeah, we can definitely try.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do it in a weird horizontal format today.
Vertical. No.
That is correct, vertical. It's a very weird horizontal format.
And we just fell.
Please give us some super chat. We need a new iPhone. Hey guys, so cool to see you. Hey G, it's one of my own coaches or own skaters that I coach. Okay, Sophia and I are gonna be live here in a few seconds. We are already live. Today is gonna be a little different than usual. Let's start by giving a little welcome. See, we're not officially live yet, so we're gonna wait a minute until we got more people joining. If we look like a mess or look really tired, it's because we just did an inline session and we did turncable. So we already had a workout.
Pretty hard workout.
What?
We did a pretty
Yeah,
hard.
we did. It's a hard week. Anyways, today is exciting for us because it's gonna be our first lesson.
Live
Yeah.
stream.
It's we've done a lot of dryland sessions where it's actual training sessions that you can follow. And if you go back on the channel, you can look through all of them and work on that. There's no specific order. They do get harder, but you can also pick the intensity you want so it fits your level. However, today is going to be a lesson. So we picked a specific topic that we want to talk about and we try to adapt it for the COVID-19.
Yeah. So you can do it at home.
You can do it anywhere. And
even without partner.
Yeah. If you can't skate, it's really hard to practice. As we mentioned, we've done so many dryland videos where we show, hey Korea, where we show how you can train at home. But they're all intended to be straightaway exercises. Whereas today we're gonna look at how you can improve your corners. The reason this is a little difficult is because it's very often exercises where you need a turnband and where you need a partner to do them, so you have some counterweight to pull against when you do crossovers. Hey India. However, today we're going to show you guys 6 exercises that some of them are Sophia's exercises, some of them are mine. So they're stolen from Shorttrack, inline, Longtrack,
Yeah.
any kinds of tracks. But obviously, if you have the possibility, if you have a partner, we're happy.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have isolation partners. You should try and do it with a partner. So classic turnband exercises. There's videos about that on the channel that you can look through. But basically, it's just a partner holding a band around your body and you pull against it. So this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna show all the 6 exercises. If you have any questions, the reason we do this as a live instead of just a classic YouTube video that we upload is so you guys can ask questions as we go along and we can try and respond. So it's more like a lesson than a tutorial video.
So ask questions and we'll try to answer them.
Yes. Also, if you really want to know the answer to your question, you can always super chat. There's a function below. It's a little $sign and you can donate to our channel, which is going to help us out. We promise, I can't really say that it's because of the money that we didn't film this in the correct horizontal way today. That was just...
But we're still learning.
We're still learning. So
Forgive us.
donate to the channel. You can donate any amount using the super chat. If you want to know how to use these workouts as part of a full training program, there's also a link to a training program that we made below. And we got some more exciting news.
Oh, we got exciting news.
Yes, I'll let you handle that, Sophia.
Okay. So we're launching our new clothes brand. So we got this idea a few weeks ago. Viktor came up with some funny quotes on the t-shirts and I tried to design them, and yeah, we designed some cool t-shirts with the skating quotes and funny pictures. You should go check it out, and we already ordered some for ourselves and I think they're really funny and looks nice, and we'll try to design some more, and if you have any ideas for them, just let us know and we'll probably make them.
Yeah, they're really nice. It's some funny quotes. Sophia made a cool design out of them. We're already waiting for ours. They should be here in a few weeks. They're all just below this video.
Yeah.
Maybe not if you're watching on a phone, but once the live stream is over with, you can go down below and you can see a few of them, and you can order directly here from YouTube.
Let us know what you think about
Yeah.
that.
We think you're hilarious.
That's my first experience with that kind of stuff. I'm a full-time athlete, so it's really a new thing for me.
Full-time skater and part-time designer now.
Yeah.
No, they're really nice, and yeah, there's funny quotes, just cool T-shirts, cool merch gear. That I think the reason I want to have a T-shirt is so that even if I'm not among skaters, just my daily life, if I go to a normal gym. Oh, thanks. Happy to hear you like them. That's nice. But they're cool. You can flash them in public, show that you're a skater, show that you're proud of it. Also, now that we can't really be together, having these T-shirts is like kind of pulling this skating community a little closer.
Inline, Longtrack, Shorttrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brand called Skate Army brand, and yeah, it includes inline and Shorttrack and Longtrack.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
It's a little like the dryland sessions or these lessons where we try and like assemble all the kinds of
We
skaters.
basically do all the same thing. We speed skate.
Yeah. Every day like day goes for all. All right. If you have any questions, thanks for the compliments on the shirts.
Yeah.
If you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask. If you want your comment highlighted so it stays on the screen for everybody, including us, you can use the super chat function. It's the $ below. But let's get started. We should talk about material first of all. That's the thing I noticed on the YouTube channel. There's so many questions about. I know Sophia, you prefer.
Corner belt? What?
Yeah, she prefers the band.
The belt, the firm belt.
Oh, belt, yeah.
It's not elastic, but it's firm and not stretchy. It's better to lean for the short track speed skater, so we mostly use that.
As you can see, this is basically it's basically a seatbelt from a car.
Yeah, it's like seatbelt for a car. You can get this in any build stores like Leroy Merlin or Casco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're pretty simple to get. There's no like fancy science. It's really just a stable band that doesn't stretch. You may want to get one that's kind of wide, because if they're too thin, too narrow, that's gonna like dig a little into the skin, which is uncomfortable when you have pressure against it. I think it's more the culture of long track skaters that we prefer elastic bands. In short track, there's a lot of pressure and there's like slower movements with more power, whereas long track, it's a little more continuous skating, such as inline skating is as well. So I prefer more elastic bands where the tension is more even and just gives you more rhythm. So it all depends how hard you actually push. I consider myself to be pushing quite hard, so I would also want more resistance. Therefore, I have a strong band like this.
Also elastic.
Which is also elastic. If you struggle, these might be a little harder to find. You can't just go to any store and get them. But if you put together several like classic elastics or whatever people use this for, like yoga bands and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
For if you're into that.
Yeah, there's another type of elastic, but it's like specific for long track or short track. It's like speed skating stores, specific speed skating stores you can find.
Yeah.
And they're really like good for this, but it's like not so easy to find. And we also don't have it here, so we try to come up with this.
Yeah, alternative solutions. I know my favorite brand is Technocords. They have some really high quality. It's a little similar to like belts that you use for deadlift, weightlifting, and then between those belts there would be some air tubes from bicycles, but really strong. You can Google it, Technocords, or if any of you guys have other suggestions, recommendations, let us know in the comments field. Let's share some knowledge on that. But again, if you just put together multiple like classic elastic bands that people use for fitness, they might do the job as well. Anyways, and today we have 4 exercises with the
belt,
the belts, and 2 exercises
with the band.
with the elastic bands.
All those exercises you do on your own and without partner. But if you have a partner, you can practice actual steps, corner steps. This is the best way to practice corners.
Yeah. We have a comment saying that my protein has them. That is very true. I actually think these are from My Protein. Yep, they are. So that makes a lot of sense. My Protein has them. You can find those. That's a British web shop, but they do ship to just about anywhere. All right. I will let Sophia start.
We didn't explain why.
Oh yeah, maybe we should go through that. Like the whole reason why we do corner
Yeah.
belts.
I don't know about Longtrack speedskaters, but Shorttrack speedskaters always do it before the going on the ice. Use it as a warm up, like a dry land, and like just to improve your technique for corners. And yeah, I did it like the first exercise when I got to Shorttrack. They made me do it right away, so it built a really good technique. And if you do it correct, it's a great tool to use.
Yeah, it's a smart way to activate all the muscles.
Yeah.
It's a little easier for the coach-athlete feedback, or if you have a mirror, you can slow down the pace and go through the movement step by step. And you can also you allow yourself to get more pressure than you do on the ice. And if you have no ice or no inlines, that might be the case right now with COVID-19.
Yeah.
You can do them anywhere, so that's pretty practical.
So yeah, we got you through the exercises.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, ask us.
Yes. I love when people say good evening. We're in Portugal. We're not to the evening yet, but really nice to see that there's people all over the globe. It's cool to, cool to hear you joining us. We've got 25 people now. Still more joining. That's really nice. We weren't sure if you people were also motivated for some of these more boring technical lessons. Hello there. Or if you just wanted the leg pain. But that's nice.
I think that's really important. Like
Yeah.
technique is like 50% of success.
Yeah, no technique, you won't get good at skating.
Even if you're very strong.
Yeah. So always start with the basics, and this also goes for these exercises. When you do them at a workout, don't go harder than you can. Don't put more pressure. Don't do them for longer than you can stay low and stay in a good position.
Yeah, all the focus on the technique.
Yeah, and then let it burn as you get better.
So I start.
Yeah. First exercise is.
I think you can actually take the phone and like.
That's smart. Yeah, we're gonna bring you guys a little closer to the action. How is so smart?
If we're doing it in the vertical, we should use that.
Yeah. All right. First one is one leg up downs. We done this. If you follow the dryland sessions, we've done this way too many times already. But here there's the extra dimension of also pulling to the side. It's gonna like pull around your core a little. So it's gonna be more challenging that way. As you can see, Sophia is already now feeling a lot of pressure on the legs, even though she hasn't started bending it. And as we're out skating, it's gonna be very similar because you're not just going up and down. There's always, even on straightaways, there's gonna be some sort of lean and some sort of pressure going from side to side.
Yeah, you can adjust the lean by just stepping a little further and closer.
Yeah, and it's only gonna be harder. The same rules apply though. As you can see, Sophia's doing it here. Everything is still aligned. Her shoulders are still completely flat to the ground. So the same rules goes for this as for normal exercises. It's just a little harder to maintain it. So really important here is the flat hips. As you can see,
Turn it a little, yeah.
as you can see, I'm not good at this. And also you can see how her hip is leaning. I don't know if we can see it from this angle.
Try to do as low as you're gonna skate on the ice. So if you're like long track, maybe like go a little higher than this.
I would even say the same goes for the speed where you go up and down. If you're an inline skater, the frequency of your steps is going to be much faster, so you can allow yourself to do the movements a little faster, but maybe a little less lean.
Yeah, just don't go lower than you will skate on the ice.
Yeah. And of course, this is an exercise where you will do it on both legs.
Yeah.
Notice how Sophia's not just doing single leg up downs, but she's almost doing a cross over here. This is, of course, a skating imitation exercise, so you want to imitate the crossover movement. So like you can see here, she's almost doing a crossover. Again, flat shoulders.
Try to keep your upper body relaxed and core tight, as usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I know, we'll do it like 10, 15 on each leg, about 3 sets.
also, if you want to do one more rep.
Yeah.
Notice
On the left and on the right.
on the left. Notice how both her feet are pointing straight forward, and they're also, she's not dropping this leg behind the other leg. That's a classic mistake for skaters, that they tend to drop the leg behind it, the other. All right. Okay, so the next exercise. That was exercise 1 out of 6. Do you have any questions to the exercise? We will try and answer them right now, before we move on to the next one. All of these exercises all demand that you have your basic position figured out already before you get into it. Those are key for anything. That was what we mentioned. What do you say? Don't drop the hip. Relax the upper body.
Yeah.
Flat shoulders, flat hips. You want to have the shoulder, knee, feet in a straight line. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
We didn't talk so much about arms.
Yeah, arms. I know you can keep your arms on the back and try to just relax. Or the same goes for the corner belt when you do crossovers, or try to imitate like how you're gonna skate with the arms.
Yeah.
But just don't let them flow around and everywhere. Just keep it under control.
Yeah, that was the key word, under control. So whatever you do, make sure that they do something right. You can use them. You can also keep them on the back to try and work on your balance. But make sure that they're doing something actively, or that they're doing nothing at all, not just random movements to try and maintain balance. So next exercise is one leg position.
One leg position.
This is pretty similar, but yeah, but more like a static exercise. Same way that this other one gave us the opportunity to slow down the skating movement, this one gives us the opportunity to freeze it.
By the way, the first exercise, up and downs, you can also, if you feel confident, you can try and put your belt around the chest. So you'll have to activate more the core and keep it more like, it's harder to keep balance when you put it around the chest, but it's like next level. Like I usually don't do that, but you can try it. I'll try it.
We don't do it on video.
I'll try.
So this one, she's gonna go into her position, and
it's a little harder.
She's gonna stay down
really
as she
good,
goes there.
like for balance.
And you can pick if you want to stay here for 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. She stays down.
Or even better on the left leg. Yeah. Same with the second exercise, the positioning. You can do it put the belt around the hip or around the chest. I'll try to do around the hip first.
So you see, she gets comfortable in a low position. She makes her to just look a little bit forward, and then making what is not comfortable look pretty chill. Again, what I just explained to you, if you want to give us one more second down there, it's so much easier to film. Notice how her right shoulder, her right knee, and her right shoe or toes are perfectly aligned when you look at it here. That's a very important thing. It's like you can't break a stick if you push on it when it's straight.
Yeah, it's gonna burn in this exercise, but it's good to feel it. Like if you use it as a warm up, it's really good to activate all the muscles you're gonna use on the ice. Same goes for the left leg.
Again, notice her feet are in a straight line and they're also pointing straight forward. Also be aware how close the foot is to the ground here. It's not touching the ground, but it's really close to the ground.
Yeah, I would do like 30 seconds each leg, about 2-3 sets. If I use it as a warm-up, a little more if it's individual training. But yeah, whatever you feel comfortable with.
What is the difference in keeping the belt around the hip and around the chest?
Well, it's like a little harder to do it around the chest, and you have to activate more core and feel more balance. It's like using the arms when you're skating and don't use the arms when you're skating. It's like don't use it.
That's a really good comparison.
A little harder.
Yeah. It might not be harder for the legs actually to have it higher.
Not for the legs, but like in general.
Yeah. You'll probably find that when it's around your chest, you're gonna be limited by your core strength.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's around your hip, your limit is probably going to be your legs. You're gonna blow up in the legs. I usually just switch back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's good to do both.
We have one more question here from Darren. Hey Darren, hi again from Australia. How many times a week do you do dryland workouts? Is it too much if I'm doing them 5 times a week? How many times do you do it a week?
I do like 1-2 a week, but I also mix it with all different kinds of trainings, like inline skating, biking, strength trainings. If you don't have that opportunity and you only can do dryland, that's not bad either.
Yeah, I would say if you have all the opportunities available for skating, for cycling, and so on, I would only do it 1 to 2 times a week. If you want to have a look, there is in the description. I made a training program that covers a full 5 or 3 month program, where I put everything I really think, all the different modalities and ways to practice and get better on skates, where I put them the way I would do it. I think there's 1 to 2 times a week. I currently do 3 times, but it's also the off season, the build season, and they're all really short, no longer than 30-40 minutes. But if you can't get out and skate, it's a really good substitute.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's no more questions, you can still ask questions. How many times a week we should do belt training for better crosses? Like Sophia mentioned, she does it a lot for warm-up, so do I. I do it before almost every ice session.
In the season, yeah, it's like basic warm-up exercise.
Yeah, we actually just did it today as a cool down.
Yeah, for the inline.
More like a technical finish after our inline workout.
Just to feel the crossovers. For
Yeah.
me, it's good to feel the lean, and yeah, these days I don't skate much.
So yeah, if we do all these 6 exercises, it could be once a week. I wouldn't do more. And then that's warm up and cool down after and before skating.
Okay, next exercise.
Next exercise is position switch.
Oh, position switch.
So as you can see, these are all pretty similar, but they're also all different ways to train a very specific movement, the crossover. So in this one, Sophia's just slowly gonna switch her position. As you can see. As the goal here is to not go up and down. Let's try and keep the weight transfer as smooth as possible. If you look at her shoulders, her hips, there's really no movements other than the legs going in and out. So there's no time during the crosses where she's like not leaning and where she's not generating speed and power.
Again, I'll try to do it around my chest. I know it's harder. I haven't done it for a while, so don't judge me.
Try and film from the side. Maybe I should even film from the back a little. And see how the leg goes out to the side, not losing it behind the other leg. So there's almost no movement.
Yeah, not bad.
I think it looked pretty great. Okay, yeah, you can throw questions anytime. We'll try and explain. This is a lesson, not a workout, so we have plenty of time to go through it.
Yeah, let us know.
I'll try and demonstrate the last of the exercises where we use the cable before we go on to the elastic band exercises, and I'll let Sophia handle the camera, which I again apologize that we're using a vertical.
Vertical.
I think this is with the cable, this is the only, I would say, like intense exercise. So this one is called tree dance.
I see it's really hard to film.
It is. It's a tree dance because you can attach this to a tree and then it kind of like dancing. So it's more dynamic.
It's like switch position but faster, right?
Yeah. So the idea of it, you go down. So again, upper body, not really moving, hips flat, shoulders flat, and all that's happening is the leg switching.
I'm sorry if I'm filming bad. I can't really see anything.
We can ask if people can see anything. Do very low body bending is necessary in all belt exercises. Yeah, it's important to get low. For many reasons. We always try and exaggerate and overdo the movements a little when we do dryland.
Yeah.
Because we like aim for perfect skating where it's possible.
One of our shirts says "low enough, you never are."
Yeah, that's, you can check that below. That we made a shirt with little Yoda from Star Wars, where it says "low enough, you never are." We thought every coach out there should have that shirt for sure, and we already ordered a few for ourselves.
Yeah.
That's my own favorite also. So yeah, you should try and aim for a perfect 90-degree angle. You can even go lower if you want. Like we said, you're not gonna. That's not gonna be a problem for you out on your inlines for your ice skates that you're too low. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, but this one is probably hard to do without on the like if you put the belt around the chest, because you gotta do it fast. Right?
Yeah, this one is pretty intense. Okay, we're gonna switch bands. So for now, for the last 2 exercises that we have today, we're gonna use an elastic band. Most bands will do. There's like no correct resistance. Like I mentioned, the fancy ones from Technocourt that we use, most professional skater shoes, have different resistance levels where you can like between 2 bands or belts that each person holds when you do it with a partner. There's going to be different amounts of elastic bands in between those, so you can attach or detach more bands and have a more customized level of resistance. We're just going to go off with this because it works. So you're going to get in that, and this one is just jumps to the side. So you would want to do this one to both ways, because it's at the same time that this is turn belt or a corner exercise where you jump out. So the movement is going to be a jump to the side. You can do it the other way as well, because we jump to the side in straightaways.
Привет.
Wow, if you guys didn't see that, there was an inline skater that just passed here and said hi to Sophia.
Well,
Wow.
wow.
She's officially world famous.
Okay, that was weird.
Pretty cool though. All right, back to the exercise. If more people want to drop by and say hi from a 3-meter distance,
You're welcome.
you just come along. We probably need a little more distance to watch the whole exercise. If that's okay?
Yeah.
Like much more?
Okay.
Maybe all the way to the car more?
Maybe I'll put it in the car. What the hell does it?
If that works. Am I sort of in the screen?
Yes.
All right.
How does this look? Yeah, okay.
So this exercise is a bit like some of the dryland side jumps, except we have a little more resistance. So you already, before you start the jump, you already want to stretch the elastic band a little. So from the starting position, you have some resistance here. It's going to be the same when we're out skating. If it's a turn, you're already going to lean into the turn. If it's a straightaway, you're already starting the lean once you push off. So get some resistance, get down in position, and jump. Go back, and jump. What's really important here is that you don't jump up, but you jump straight to the side. Same goes for everything. Don't let the upper body, don't try and jump up with the upper body either. Keep everything, like Sophia said, shoulders relaxed. Stay in that position and just jump to the side.
Ooh.
Make sure to get strong elastics.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do the last exercise now. What was after? Crossovers. Maybe we can.
Maybe we can try to show this.
Yeah. This goes to all of you to show that it's important to have good elastic bands. All right, the last one is basically crossovers. The reason we put this at the end, which we also recommend that all of you do, is because it's sort of the culmination of all the previous exercises, where you make them come to one and you do a full crossover movement.
Well, in the pro perfect world, you would have this around the hip, but we don't have that opportunity anymore. So I'll try to show my best.
This goes to show that you can do it anyway.
This is crossover.
As you can see, this is not really a strengthening exercise because we're gonna have breaks all the time and she has to go back to the initial position. But it is a really nice way to technically put all these components of the full crossover together. So everything we just went through, Sophia now puts it into one movement.
Yeah, about like this. It's not the most comfortable way to do it with this elastic, but no, we don't have a choice.
Yeah, and this goes to show that you can do this anywhere with any equipment. Mine band broke too yesterday trying this one.
Yeah, it's unlucky. Band's breaks.
Yeah, but that's life.
Yeah.
Anyways, maybe that's a good argument in favor of getting one of the cables instead.
Yeah.
That was our 6th exercise.
Yeah.
Also, I know I said this so many times that we were gonna make a video on how to practice skating with skates on your feet at home. And we just filmed everything for that video just before we made this live stream. So it is actually going to happen this time.
Yeah.
You have my word.
Sorry for delay.
Yeah. A big apology goes out to everybody for having this vertical view today.
Yeah, and for the band.
And for the band. But hey, we made it through.
Yeah.
And we really hope you guys liked it.
Yeah. Check out the t-shirts.
Yeah, check out the t-shirts. And
let us know what you think.
yeah, we're pretty excited about it. And a little proud.
Yeah, we were so excited yesterday when somebody bought it. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
that was cool. Oh, do you have tips for ankle stability? I am going to introduce you to the master of ankle stability. Sophia has twisted her ankles multiple times, so she does a lot of prehab.
At least 5 times. Well, for now I'm just doing jumping exercises for my ankle stabilities, but yeah, I think they works pretty well. I do it twice a week. I can show real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All right, Sophia's ankle exercises improvised. Here we go.
Yeah. The first one I do calls ankle flips. I think those exercises are really good to like strengthen your ankles, because when you're skating, like your ankles really steady in the boot and they don't work so much, and it's really good like to strengthen them during the off season and have those strong ankles in the season, so you don't twist them every month like me. So the next one calls galloping. This is a basic track and field exercise. Yeah, this is the second. You could make
notes to continue use your band. Oh yeah, that's a good point. We can make a knot and then that is very true. I guess we can still use it. I don't know if it's safe anymore because
yeah, we can.
I lost faith in that band. But yeah.
So the third exercise called skipping. The point of this exercise to as fast as you touch the ground, like push as hard as you can and use the ankle for it, not the leg muscles, but ankle.
It's a really quick rebound from the ankles.
Which one? I honestly don't remember how this one calls, but I do this, like bouncing from the ground. Yeah, about 10 steps 3 times. That's what I use to do. Also basic dry skate, but not actual dry skate, but more more like focus on the ankle stabilities. Find this balance using the ligaments and bounce to the side.
So again, less quad but more ankle.
Yeah. This is good exercise. Yeah, that's not the. It's not for skating. It's more like for ankles. So really focus on the ankles and finding that balance. Those are 5 exercises for me for ankle and strength stability. Thanks.
That was an incredibly complete answer for just an improvised answer. Not better, not safe, it's better than nothing. That is very true. We have a question from Natalia in Russian.
Здравствуйте, приятное совпадение. Приятное совпадение.
Как дела, Rushi? Do in all these ankle stability exercises we have to do soft landing on toes or on ankle or whole foot? So do you land on the where do you land?
Try to land soft, of course.
So soft landing
And
but bounce off as fast as you can.
As fast as you can.
Alright. That makes a lot of sense. Is there any other questions we should go through here before we finish? I think no, it's cool to have so many people watching. We got more than 30, even though this was our very first
a little shy.
lesson, so we got shy.
I had to speak a lot.
I think she did great. Let us know. Thank you too. Thanks,
Sorry
G.
for the English grammar mistakes.
That was a lot of fun to have you guys here. And on Friday, same time at 1 p.m. European time, we'll be back. Oh, how cool is this? We're live with us here.
Hi.
Hey, we got our first live viewer.
Можно ваш автограф? Конечно. Есть? Есть, сейчас принесу. Давай.
That was so fancy.
Yes, autograph. That's so nice.
I think this is the first time we've given live shout-outs to people.
It's so cool. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Can you show side-to-side jump? Yes, I can show side-to-side. The side-to-side jump is not with an elastic band or with a cable. It's one of the classic dryland exercises. You can go back into drylands and you'll find it there. We did three jumps to each side, so you go down in position and jump. And back. Stay at the same level all the time. Make them explosive, but not jump up in the sky. We're gonna say goodbye to all of you, so Sophia can have her autograph session. Wow, never seen her so shy before. That's pretty cool though. Yeah, if you wanna leave a super chat donation, now's the time.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. We had some super chats last time, and as long as there's super chats, we will promise to keep these videos coming. Next video, Friday at 1 p.m. Central European time, I think it's called. That's going to be a real dryland session, so you better warm up for that one. And it's not going to be as chill as this, but we're going to get better from it. So thanks a lot. Thanks for support. And yeah, check out our t-shirts because they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do height matters in side to side or distance? It matters in the way that you don't want to jump up, you want to jump straight to the side. Same goes for skating. When you're out skating, keep it flat, so push to the sides and not push upwards, because that's just gonna go straight into the air. See you guys.